Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 7 of Civilization 5 as Korea. We are just about to get our settler so we can go and start our fourth city. I'm not going to build it as far south as I originally was because the Petra has been built by somebody else, which means the desert tiles are going to be relatively useless to us. So we're still going to build it over here so we can get Srapada, but we're going to go a little bit further north, and then that way we will get some more grass tiles and a little bit less desert. So let's start getting that settler over there. Let's just go and rejig the focus over here now. I would like to write the Writers Guild if I can. I don't want to stagnate, so let's just go ahead and just manually do these tile assignments just to make life a little bit easier. So we do want to try and work both thoughts in the Writers Guild if we can. We definitely want to work the 5 food and the 4 food and the 3 food so that we're not starving. Then anything with 2 food, so that has 2 food. Wow, we don't have an awful lot of stuff with food, do we really? We are building a granary, which is going to help. We could go ahead and do that. What about if we were to lock one of these in? Gives us a little bit more production. And I guess we could go and lock that. 8 turns for the granary. 9 turns until growth. That's not terrible. I can live with that. We discovered Askia in the last video, so now we're just going around and doing a bit more exploring. We'll try and go around on that side if we can, without upsetting too many people by stopping in their borders. So we've got one more AI we have left to find. We did get our religion in the last video as well. It does say I'm saving up for another great profit here, but what I'm tempted to do is actually just save that for pagodas. So I might just go on to purchase pagodas. So now you can see 38 turns until I can afford a pagoda. Let's get you guys through here. And we'll go this way, see what we can find. You finished the marble. I guess this would be a good tile for you to upgrade, possibly. We might need to get a stable in here if we don't already have one. It could be useful. 1 turn until it grows. And then we'll be getting our caravan, which we'll probably send to the Incas or the French. We'll see where we can get the best trade. Caravans aren't as good as cargo ships, but sometimes in the early game you just need a caravan or 2. So you have grown in size. And where did that put you? That's put you on again on a tile that's not really all that good. But again, it's better than nothing. We need to try and get some more tiles over here. Let's keep looking in this direction. Let's try along the South Island first. See how far we can get. We might hit somebody's borders and then have to go back. The Songhai are actually doing quite well in score there. They've got some spare silver. If we could get something spare that we could trade with them, we might be able to get silver from them. We're not doing terrible on happiness, but it would certainly be nice to have a little bit more. I think we can work our way around here relatively safely. What have we finished and where? Zhenju, you have finished, what exactly? A lighthouse. What do we want to get over here? We could get a circus, I suppose. And we don't have a temple either. You don't have huge production here, do you? Your production is only 6, which is quite bad. I guess we need to really go and get a mine up here. What can we do to increase your production? Not a lot. Might be worth grabbing the granary, though, just because we've got the bananas close by. You can't go any further. It's probably time to get another worker as well. I might get Busan to spit a worker out very soon, and then we can use that to go and improve some of the tiles around Zhenju. I knew this was never going to be a good city. The main reason I built it was as a canal city, so we could get ships through, which is helping trade. You guys are going to go ahead and build the pasture there. Right, let's go ahead and settle this city. You are working the 4 food 1 gold tile. That is not bad at all. It's not giving you a lot of production, but it is still one of the better tiles that you can work. I think we're happy to allow you to just work that for now. And let us go ahead and... it's going to take a while for you to build anything, really. Let's get started on the library. We really need to concentrate on making sure we can get all of our science buildings built as early as possible. We've lost a little bit of happiness there, so we will have to work on some colosseums and things. Definitely don't need open borders with you. Zurich seeks a great writer. Now, we do have a writers guild, so we may well get one in the not too distant future. Let's go and work towards education now. And then we can get Oxford University. We'll try and take advantage of our Civ unique ability. We've finished the caravan. I guess we could get a caravansary here. Or we could go ahead and start building workshops, which is not a bad idea. Now, the production here isn't terrible. I've got a lot of money. I think I'm actually just going to buy a workshop. And then we will start on a caravansary. Could also build the Colossus, I suppose. Which is not a bad idea. Gains an additional trade route slot and a cargo ship appears in the city. See trade routes with other players make to a city with the Colossus will generate an extra 2 gold for the city owner, and the trade route owner gains an additional 1 gold. The problem is we don't really have any... it might be worth it just for the extra trade route. Let's go ahead and try and get it. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to try. They might do. Probably also not the best city to do it in, but my capital's going to be busy with other things. And we found a barbarian camp, which isn't an issue for me. So, caravan. You could go to Cusco for 5 gold per turn. Or you could actually send some production to Zhenju, which is probably a slightly better idea right now. Because Zhenju don't really have anything going on. That's just not 5 turns off the granary, so... We'll do that for a little while. Gold isn't a big issue. We don't have an awful lot to spend it on, although we could always buy buildings. We definitely need to find that remaining AI that's missing. $919 turns until the next golden age. Definitely getting a little bit low on happiness. Looks like Askia's having quite a bit of problems with the barbarians down there. There's some units scurrying around in the fog of war that we can't quite see. No, we don't need to open borders. 8 turns we will get our Great Writer, which is really, really nice. It's actually Zurich that wants the Great Writer, who we were allied with, who we've now dropped down to friendly. So we won't be gaining an alliance with a new city-state. We'll just be regaining an alliance that we already had before. Should have sorted that tile assignment out down there in Zhenju. We'll do that shortly. Try and remember to do it when this turn ends. Well, once again, not an awful lot going on, and that is Morocco. So we have now found the last AI, which is very, very good. Trireme has done exactly the job that it was set out for. Zhenju has grown, and I don't really think you've got much choice about the tiles that you work. Again, we don't have a lot of production for you, so we need to get a mine built on that hill. And then we could probably go and work some of the food tiles as well once we get the granary. The bananas are definitely going to be worth having. Let's just go ahead and buy those bananas, because that is a really good tile to work always. You've moved as far as you can. Let's hit the next turn button. So Morocco have copper, and the Songhai have silver. They are both willing to accept dyes, cocoa, or... marble, but we don't have a spare of either, although we do have a spare cocoa here that we just haven't got connected up yet, so we're definitely going to have to get another worker pretty soon. So that is definitely something to put on our build list. I don't normally have more than 3 or 4 workers in any one game. I'd usually find that you don't need all that many. We are having some happiness issues, so being able to get another resource connected up quickly is going to be very good for us. We've discovered another city-state. Seoul has grown, so that's partially why we've lost a little bit of our happiness. You're working the cocoa, which is not a bad idea at all. Still working both slots in the Writers Guild, so that's fine. Let us go and... Right, you guys have done that. I think we've actually got a couple of cocoa that we could improve. Let's go ahead and get you to do this one. We'll get another worker out here and improve this one. And then we can get, hopefully, silver and copper if we're quick enough. To the point where I may well actually consider spending the last of the money I have on a worker. Just so that we can grab that cocoa pretty quickly. And we certainly have a few tiles. See, we're in negative happiness now, but this place definitely needed to grow. You're now working the production tile, which I guess is fine. You're going to, well, not stagnate, but you're not going to grow either, but that's okay. We can handle that. So let's go down here. We won't cut through your border. We'll skip the rest of the turn there. I guess we could just buy them for gold per turn if we were desperate to have them now, but I think we can get the, I think we can get everything connected up pretty quickly. Let's go over here. Right, you can cut through here now, probably. That's fine. How much is a worker on this pace? Worker. 420. Can't quite afford one. May have to hard build one. Actually, that's not true. We're already at 348. We're making 28 per turn, so it won't take us too long. We also have horses. And I should really consider selling them because Napoleon is willing to buy them, and so is Darius. So, would you be willing to buy horses? Yes, he will be willing to give me stuff for them. We don't have a declaration of friendship. Trying to think out, one horse is worth about 67 gold. So he wouldn't give me... Would he give me 2 gold per turn? No, he wouldn't give me 2 gold per turn. But he might give me 3 gold per turn for 2 horses, 6 gold per turn for 4. So if I give you 4 horses and ask for 6 gold per turn in exchange, no. 5 gold? Brilliant. We should be able to do the same thing with Persia. So, will you be willing to pay for horses? Yes, you will. So how about 4 horses for 5 gold per turn? Brilliant. So we've sold off all of our horses, but at least now we're actually making an extra 10 gold per turn. So that'll help. We've finished the granary over here in Zhenju, which is a little bit pointless now. We could just go ahead and build a worker. But I think we're going to actually work on a circus. And concentrate on getting some extra happiness that way. You can continue to move around here. You've met Morocco's borders. We'll go all the way back around the top side now and get as far as we can. So yeah, we're in minus happiness, but we'll just deal with it. It's only going to be for a few turns. Very, very tempted to buy the stuff off them just before somebody else takes it, but I think we're probably going to be all right. So we've got discovered theology. Great writer has been born, which means we complete that mission with whatever city-state that was, which now means that they're allied again. And it's actually a mercantile city-state. They're giving me whales and jewellery, so that actually increased my happiness by a fair amount there, which is very, very good. Got some iron over here, which we'll get hooked up soon. And these guys did get pushed out of somebody's borders, which is what I was hoping that they would do. I still can't really do anything with them, so I am going to just go ahead and disband them. I quite forgot I had that unit, to be honest. You go ahead and construct the plantation. It is going to be 19 turns, because they are going to have to chop the jungle down first, which is a bit of a pain. Voltaire. Let's go ahead and just create a great work here. Fools have a habit of... Start off with the old tourism. Okay, so nobody has more than 2 tourism at the moment, and there's a few people that have 0. So we are sort of on the curve for tourism. Got a Colosseum building in Seoul and a circus building in Zhenju, so our happiness is going to be okay for a while. So let's work our way around here. Again, we'll skip the turn so we don't upset Milan too much, not that it really matters. Got another mercantile city-state here who has gold. They are looking for a great musician. Jewelry connected for Kaisel, which is quite nice. Even though it was their jewelry in the first place. As Kaiser requested, you have successfully connected jewelry to your trade network. But I got the jewelry from Kaiser. That was weird. Yeah, this is the mercantile city-state, Colombo. You're actually hostile. And you only have this great musician. I don't have a musician's guild. Maybe that's going to be something that we need to work on. What do we got over here? You finish the horses. That's a lot of units around from the Incans there. Including some swordsmen. Which worries me a little. We're going to bring you back. And I'm going to take... Where's my archer? You are going to start working your way up here. It's going to take you a few turns. And we can't quite afford city walls yet, but what we are going to do is we're going to move this pikeman out. And we are going to purchase a composite bowman. Because I've got the feeling the Incans might be about to try something here. They're moving a fair few units around on my borders. Of course, it may also be worth trying to get him to go to war with somebody else, because then he'll leave me alone. We don't have a declaration of friendship. They believe we are building new cities too aggressively. Do they really? Yeah, you see, he's taunting me there. Would you be willing to declare war on France? He actually would. Relatively expensive. What about if I go and have a word with Napoleon? Because we've got some trades going on. I think he likes me a little bit more. Would you be willing to declare war on Pachacuti? No, he wouldn't. Well, I don't want him to declare war on me, and I've got 21 gold per turn. So let's go ahead and get you to declare war on Napoleon. He probably doesn't value horses. 7 gold per turn plus open borders. Let's try 8 gold per turn. Easy. Fine. So he might leave me alone a little bit there. Cargo ship, you are going to continue trading with Zurich. You can start moving around here. Yeah, I definitely think he was coming for me. He may be my first target. I think we might have to be prepared for a war with the Incas. But I don't want to do what I usually do and end up attacking too early and just losing a load of units. I've actually got more gold per turn than I thought I had. It's just that both of my trade routes had expired. You can sit there. The only problem is getting to Cusco is going to be a real pain. Because there's mountains, there's hills, there's jungles, well, forest everywhere. But I think he's only got the 2 cities. So if we can actually take Cusco, I think we're in a very, very good position. So what we might do is build a barracks or something up here. If we get that Colosseum done. Which probably won't take too long. It'd be nice if we got that cotton tile sooner or later. Let's go ahead and use you to grab this, because I think we're going to be a little bit delayed in grabbing our next worker. See if we can get you around here before Morocco's borders expand. Hopefully France is actually going to get some work done this time around in the war, and actually do some damage to him. I think the iron and the horses we've got we're actually getting from city-states. Zhengzhou has grown, that's fine. Still doesn't really have a lot of decent tiles to work. I guess they're okay for now. We are going to just about to go and upgrade the cocoa there anyway. You've moved all you can. Like I was saying before about Korea, they're not all that good early on at taking cities, mainly because they have the Huacha, which is a nice unique unit. We got the Colossus. It's a nice unique unit, but unfortunately it replaces the trebuchet, so you can't really do an awful lot of damage to other cities early on. You guys, that's going to take 14 turns for the plantation. That's not terrible. This is our free cargo ship. You can take production to Seoul, I think. We'll just try and get as much stuff going there as possible. Let's go on to the next turn. Yeah, you see, he's moved all of his units away from the borders now. It'd almost be a good time to declare on him. If I actually had an army, which I don't. He did kind of have a point there. So we are going to have to get some military units built. We do want to get this caravansary, I think. Let us also queue up a barracks. And I think we can do the barracks before the caravansary. Let's also get a barracks in Seoul as well. Do we really want either of these things? Not really. We could get the workshop. That'd help. We'll get a workshop here. We will get a barracks and we'll get a garden. Probably in that order. We also over here definitely need to get ourselves city walls, which I think can come after the barracks. We'll keep moving you around. Got those barbarians again. And you're just going to stay here on alert. Oh no, you're the guys that came up from the other city, aren't you? Well, that's fine. Yeah, you can definitely stay there on alert. Don't think I'm going to be attacked from the south or the east. It is possible, of course, that we may end up with a barbarian spawning down there. But these guys are on the road. They'll be able to move pretty quickly. And we'll build some more units. They don't have an awful lot. Cusco would be a nice city to take. I mean, it does have double cotton. What else have they got in there? Well, they've got the Great Lighthouse, but they haven't got that in Cusco because it's not coastal. They've got the pyramids, the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, and the Terracotta Army. So yeah, they've got a fair few units. Hopefully France is going to thin them out. There's the Great Lighthouse over there. I think that is their only other city. I thought this used to tell you how many cities they had. Maybe that's the Info Addicts mod, because it doesn't actually say how many cities they have, but I think we'll be okay for the time being, especially now that they're actually at war with France. But that's over the 20-minute mark, so it's probably a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Korea, and I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.